You ever been riding with a passenger and you pull up to a stoplight and they're tapping on your shoulder, you hear something muffled, they're yelling? That's like everyday life when Squatch and Squirrel are riding. But I hope she can't hear this. She really likes to talk. So there's always been a problem with riding bikes is communication. So in this video, we're going to talk about communication. And I can't believe we never even tried this before. But anyways, let's jump into the video. All right, guys. So in this video, we are going to talk about Sena Bluetooth. They have been basically the pioneers in the game when it comes to Bluetooth communications. Really innovative stuff, innovative tech. You could mount on your helmets, which we have one up here, a Sena Spider. We're going to talk about in another video. We're going to do an install on a helmet because the whole point of these Sena products is communication. That's the number one thing that you're going to gain with any Sena product is the ability to communicate, whether it's back and forth with another individual, a group of individuals with their mesh technology, or even your phone. If you want to listen to music, you want to take phone calls, use it like a virtual assistant, whether you're using Apple Siri or Google, you have those capabilities with this Stryker helmet. So let's jump into an unboxing. We're going to talk about the helmet a little bit, what all of its features are. So stick around, let's jump into it. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the Sena Stryker helmet. So we're gonna do a quick unboxing here. So inside the box, you're gonna get some peripherals here. We have a power cable here. This is what you're gonna connect to charge up the helmet. There is a magnetic port on the back, so we'll need that to charge everything up because this is a smart helmet. You're going to charge it just like you do your phone. Also, you're going to get a quick start guide and then an adapter here to hook the helmet basically up to your computer. You can do it over Wi-Fi, update your firmware because it is a smart helmet and they come out with updates, so you want to stay up to date with all of that as well. Inside is the helmet, and it's going to come with a nice bag here, basically a dust cover, so you can keep the helmet protected when you're storing it. So we'll go ahead and get this pulled off here so we can look at the helmet itself. So we're going to talk about just the basic helmet, the basic helmet features here. So the connection style, this is like a ratchet style connection. It's not like the one that you weave through the couple D-rings, which I really like. I haven't tried a helmet like this, so I don't know. It's going to take some time to get used to, but kind of a neat feature. You're going to have, your basic standard windscreen here with a single throw on the left side and just a couple detents there. So if you're in town, you can flip the helmet up. You've got a couple detents there that'll keep it, secure in those positions. Also with the helmet, let me go ahead and get her open here. You're going to have a sunshade, which is deployable on the left side of the helmet. So just a single throw there with the sunshade. So go ahead and close that up. On the inside of the helmet, you're going to have like your chin mesh here to kind of keep some of the wind from coming up if you ain't got whiskers like I do. But it'll keep some of the wind from coming up, cancel out some of the noise as well. And, on the outside of the helmet, so here is some of the major features. You're going to have your Sena controls here on the left side of the helmet. They appear to be watertight. They are kind of rubber. The detents on the button, so it kind of gives you some positive feedback. When you're riding, you can reach up real quick, hit those buttons. And what I like is they're on the left, so it's on your non-throttle hand, so you can reach up and you can get some positive feedback in those buttons. And then also, as you're scrolling through or adjusting these settings on your Sena, you're also going to get positive feedback or audio feedback inside the helmet, which we're going to talk about here in a second. But yeah, there is your charging port on the back of the helmet. You're going to have 3 vents on top. Also one right here at your mouth, and on the rear of the helmet, here is your rear exhaust ventilation. So that's going to keep the air flowing over your head, keep help with the sweat, keep the heat down, and make it a more enjoyable experience while wearing the helmet. All right, guys, let's talk about the tech in this helmet. And first and foremost, and I ain't gonna lie, I've already tried it because I was so curious. You know, one of the things when riding bikes, I'd always kind of jam my AirPods in my ears and, listen to my music as I'm going down the road. Forget about talking, but at least I had the earbuds in and sounded good. But the problem was, you take your helmet off, your AirPods fall out, and you'd be searching for them on the ground. But anyways, this helmet, Harman Kardon audio. Hope I didn't butcher that, but I'm telling you, sounds amazing with this helmet. Harman Kardon audio. Hopefully I said that enough, but the sound is amazing in this helmet listening to music. But talking about tech, we talked about the Harman Kardon audio. I think I said that 3, 4 maybe times. But with the tech in this helmet, you're going to get Bluetooth 5, which allows you to have a Bluetooth intercom between your passenger or a couple other riders in your group. The range is, somewhat limited. Maybe, with mesh, 1.2 to 2 kilometers, or 1.2 miles to 2 kilometers. So that's a pretty good distance, but, it's going to vary with terrain. So if you're, in a wooded area or a mountainous area, your results may vary. But besides the Bluetooth, and I mentioned the open mesh, think of it like this. If you're like 40 or so, you might remember CB radios, or maybe your grandpa had a CB in his pickup truck, but basically the same technology, or I shouldn't say technology, same concept, multiple channels, pretty much unlimited amount of users on a channel. And, there's way more features with mesh. You're not going to have that static in your ear all the time, but it's going to have, a lot more riders being able to talk in a group. And, also mesh and having multiple riders in your group that can talk adds a huge element of safety, especially when riding. A lot of times in riding, we talk about being seen, that's important. But also, which is also important, is being heard. If you're, say, 10 riders deep and, the front rider comes into, an accident or something like that, he can instantly communicate with all 10 people back in your group, and it adds a great element of safety. As far as tech, again, with using the Bluetooth, you're going to have access to your phone, listening to music with the Harman Kardon audio, which is amazing. But you can use your virtual assistant, Siri or Google, which makes it great. You can still take phone calls. Sound quality is great. The microphone's great. So we've tried this. I called Squirrel on the phone with the helmet, and she can't really tell that I'm on anything different than my phone. So that's really cool too. So we've talked about the Bluetooth. We talked about the mesh. This also has some advanced noise control and things like that. We talked about voice commands. And I guess basically the last piece of tech in this, it's got an FM radio. I mean, who'd have thought, some of you old school guys that still listen to FM radio, you can do that in the helmet. Also, on the back of the helmet, you can see there we have a red LED. This is controlled in the Sena app, so you can set this so that it flashes or it stays on. And I was kind of like, wow, that's interesting. But the more I thought about it, and this style of helmet, why not add some illumination on the back to get some more visibility back here? So if you're riding at night, you can have that light flashing, and it just adds an element of safety that your standard run-of-the-mill helmet is never going to offer. So why not? What a great feature. Okay, that's going to wrap up just kind of a brief unboxing, going over some of the features of the Sena Stryker helmet. Get on Sena's website, take a look at the technology they offer. They have a complete helmet line, whether you want a modular helmet, full face helmet, different flavors, different variations, different colors. And different levels of comm built into the helmet. So really cool feature. If you're not looking for, you know, a comm device on the helmet, you want something completely integrated, go over to Sena's website and check it out. But we will be doing, you're going to see a lot of this helmet, and I'm looking at this as more of a long-term review. So 6 months from now, a year from now, we're going to be wearing this helmet. We're going to be putting it to the test and giving you our feedback along the way. So if you guys like these videos, stick around, hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell for notifications, check out our merch store if you're looking for a hoodie. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you watching, but until next time, God bless.